Platforms are found in many different waterfowl hunting environments for our retrievers. People will put them on the front of duck blinds. We use them in swamp stands where we'll actually put a little table-like device down into the mud for our dog to sit on. And a lot of times in pits there's a platform for the dog to sit on so he can see the birds go down. So we must teach the concept of platforms before we expect the dog to understand it, like everything else in dog training. Sit. So I'm going to utilize this tab. Eventually I'll utilize the DT soft mouth bumper. I've got my wrapped collar on him like I used in the yard steadiness video. And I've got some treats. So the first thing I'm going to do is let the dog know I have a treat in my hand. Good. And then I'm just going to place the treat up here like this and let him put his front feet on it while I'm holding the tab. And I'm going to do that several times in a row. Good. Good. And I'll do it enough times where without the tab in my hand, the dog will just move himself right up and put his front feet on it. Now once he does that, then I'll actually use my tab to kind of help him up a little bit further and stabilize him. And what you'll find, Rooster, what you'll find the first time is that the dog is probably going to overshoot. So it'll look like this. He'll go over like that and you'll have to bring him back. Good. Keep the treat up high and centered on the platform and stabilize him with the lead. Up, like that. If he's looking up, sit. It's going to help him get into the sit position faster. If your dog is not very treat motivated, do not use treats to get him up onto the platform. Use the attraction of a retrieving object. So we'll do the same thing. Rooster, come on, sit. Good. Either way, once you're able to get your dog up onto the platform and stabilized, have them sit and do a steady retrieve. Sit. Rooster. When your dog comes back with the object, sit. The first time you get him back up onto the platform with the retrieving object in the mouth might be a challenge. So definitely use your tab. Sit. Good. If your dog drops the bumper, make the appropriate conditioned retriever force fetch correction and start from the top. Once your dog will get up onto the platform with the use of the tab, then try it without the tab. Sit. Good. Always give your dog a steady retrieve when he's successfully gotten onto the platform. Sit. Rooster. Heel. Sit. Practice taking the dummy from your dog when it's off the platform. Good. Sit. And on the platform. Sit. Once your dog realizes that all it has to do is get up on the platform to receive a retrieve, it will happily jump up there on command, and you can start moving away from the platform at that point, prompting the dog to get up from a distance. Heel. Sit. Kennel. Nope. Up. Sit. Rooster. Oi. Sit. If your dog is not very motivated to retrieve, doesn't have that much desire to retrieve, use only a dummy to get him up onto the platform. Don't bring treats into it at all, because a dog that has that mentality may want the treat so bad that he doesn't want the dummy. So only use the dummy in that case. When practicing prompting your dog to get up onto the platform from a distance, move back in slow sequences, getting a success each time. Shoot for about 75% success. If you're getting less than that, getting them up from a distance, just move a little closer and slow down how quickly you move away from it. Up, sit, good. Rooster. Just as in the other steadiness videos that we showed you, when your dog becomes consistent, being calm and focused and steady on the platform, then you can begin adding more distractions and simulating the hunt. Up, sit. You can also get rid of the tab. And remember, if your dog makes a mistake, if your dog is not steady, take the retrieve away. Use the appropriate timely correction and set yourself up to make that correction. In this case, I've got the wrapped collar. I can make an e-collar correction if he jumps off the platform, and I can do it in a timely manner. Sit. I'm going to do some duck calling first. One, two, three. As you can see, I'm tempting him to jump off. Had he fallen off, I would have said sit and nick the collar, put him back on, taken the retriever away, and started over. Since he's steady for me, I'm going to give him the positive reinforcement of getting the retrieve. Rooster.